Hi, everybody. Welcome back to In the Kitchen.
I'm a mother of four, it's really busy and time is tight. I was able to return to college because of the Community College Opportunity Grant, a free tuition grant. Hudson County Community College changed my life.
The college community made me feel like a person, not just a number. The Community College Opportunity Grant covers additional costs while keeping me debt-free. I'm building a new future at Hudson County Community College.
Boy, do I have some good things coming. On this show, we have Food Network Chop winner for May 2019, Chef Claude Lewis. Claude and I went to Hudson County Community College. He won Chop and he was able to open up his own restaurant, Freetown Road Project. It's in the Journal Square area, Four Corners, if you're familiar with Journal Square, the Four Corners. Right down the block, he has his restaurant there, and he has some great food from Antigua. So could you imagine with all the spices and all that stuff just going on? I think it's going to be really great. He came and we did a talk and he told us all about how it is to get on Chop. You have to see that segment because it's very interesting and maybe one of you would like to go on Chop. I don't know about me because they're going to be saying, Rene, we're going to chop you and cha 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 cha. I tried out for one of those shows, and let me tell you, I got the application. This was years ago. Filled the application out, and then I said, you know what? They are. I got my pan heating up for this pork chop. I said they are not going to chop me, and everybody be laughing at me. But you know, that's it. But you have to watch the conversation that we have. Also, Anthony Spirito, he is coming back. I interviewed him, and he's going to come back, and he is going to actually cook from his kitchen. We're going to zoom in, and I don't know what he's going to fix, but he told me a while ago he'd like to do it. So I said, hey, why not, Anthony? You want to do it? He said, yeah, Rene, I'll do it. And it was great. Last episode, we had Dr. Chris Reber, president of Hudson County Community College, and he was talking about what's going on in the community with COVID, etc. And I hope all of you are washing your hands and taking care of yourself and your families because the numbers are going up and we need to get those numbers to come down, okay? So keep that in mind. And we have a couple of other few chef guests that are coming on the show, and that's down the line. Okay, so today I'm doing my stuffed pork chop. I was heating up the pan earlier and I was working on another recipe for another show. And what happened? I smelled something. I had to hear the smoke. I had to put the fan to face the smoke detector. It was a mess. I'm going to be on Badami TV, African American short films. I'm going to be part of their subscription services. So the show is going to be there, but I was working on two segments, 5 minutes a piece that they're going to be showing coming up in January, I believe it is. And it's going to be on what? CBS TV. For us here in New York area, that's channel 2. That's right. In the Kitchen with Chef Rene Hewitt is going to be on Major TV, and I am so excited that I need a glass of wine, and I hope you do too. Yes, finally. Okay. All right. Let's drink to that. That is good. Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. And I thank the whole staff at Badami TV They are all over the country, and it's exciting for us here at home in my kitchen to be able to be on their show. And this is on a regular basis, so keep watching. Now, today I have my pork chop. This is approximately 1.5 inches thick, as you can see. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do, take my knife and I'm going to make a little pocket in it. I'm going to stuff it. I have some cream cheese at room temperature. If you're going to do this and the cream cheese is not, loose enough, soft enough, just throw it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. You'll be fine, okay? Just don't keep it in there for a minute because it's going to be really, really, really loose. Excuse me, I'm dealing with sinus. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take my knife and put a pocket in this. Let me turn it around so you see what I'm doing. Now, make sure this has a bone in it. If you're using another type without the bone, make sure you don't put a hole in the back, because as we cook this, some of the cream cheese is going to come out. It's going to come out anyway. Let me add a little bit. If you're cooking something, your pan gets hot, just add a little bit more of oil. Remember, when you heat up your pans, heat the pan up first, not with the oil in the pan, because then the oil can burn. Okay, let's see how our pocket is doing. Up, needs to be a little bit deeper. So, excuse me. Cut. Oh yeah, it's getting there. There we go. All in there. Let's go this way. I know what's going to happen when I put that pork chop in the pan. It's going to go all over the place. Okay, I'm dealing with sinuses. All right, so you see we have a little pocket there. I already seasoned this on both sides, and I put it in a plastic sandwich bag in order for the seasoning to go into it, which is a little bit of R.L. Schreiber roasted garlic pepper. Okay, so we're good here. My cream cheese is already seasoned as well, so be careful because you don't want to put too much salt, and then those who have high blood pressure is going to go whoop, and we don't want that to happen. Okay, so I'm good here. I'm going to take a little cream cheese mixture. Now, you don't have to use cream cheese. You can use other herbs if you like. That's left up to you. Okay, let's take a little bit more. Put this, oh yeah. Put this in there. A little bit more. See how easy and simple this is? Look at that. Want to stuff it in there. And of course, some is going to come out. Yeah, I think that's enough. That's a little bit more. Oh yeah. There we go. That is good. All right. Now that our pork chop is stuffed, let's move this out the way. I want to tie it, and I have some kitchen string, and these gloves are driving me crazy. I bought these gloves, and today is hard to find gloves like these, and they are large, and I need extra large. So look at this, I'm just all over the place. So this is what I do. I tie it like this. Here we go. If I don't tie the glove with my finger, I wrap it twice, pull, and there we go. That's one tie. I'm constantly looking at my pan because I don't want it to set off the smoke alarm. It didn't before, so that was a good thing. All right. So I'm going to tie it again. There's no rule about how you tie this. This is left up to you, okay? Tie it like this. Let's bring it here a little bit. Tie. And Try again. There we go. I think maybe I will add just a little pinch more of R.L. Schreiber seasoning. Let me take this off and this one off. And what am I doing? Forgetting again. That's me. You know how I am. Zoom. Okay, here I am. Just open, just a little sprinkle. There we go. Oh, look at that. That looks good, right? Get this down. Let's turn it over. Get the other side again. Oh, yeah. Let's move this out the way. Get my buddy over there. Oh, yeah. That is looking good, right? Look at that. Seasoned well. Now, what I did originally, I seasoned it and I put it in the plastic bag and I took it and I put it in the refrigerator, and that was there since yesterday. So it'll gather, everything. It's just blooming, in other words, right? Let's have a sip of wine. Domaine del Riviere. That's the best. Okay, so I'm ready to take this and put it into my pan. You hear me? Pan. My pan, and it should start sizzling a little because the pan is hot, and this is cast iron. Remember, I said before, use cast iron. Okay. Ooh. You hear that? That's the way. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear that sizzle. Let's take a look at this. Come on, let's take a look at this, okay? See what I was talking about? That's what you want. You want that sizzle. And then it starts to smell good. And then what I'm going to do to my pan, I'm going to add a couple of sprigs of what? Some thyme in there. There we go. There we go. Just a little, you hear it popping all over the place. Just a little seasoning for it. We don't want to overdo it. That's the most important thing. Okay, so here it is. When we return, you will be able to see the final version of this stuffed pork chop. And let me tell you, it is the best, and it's starting to smell. Now, after I turn this, let me turn it up a little. After I turn this chop over, and I'm going to turn it on all the sides so it gets brown, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it into the oven at maybe 360 degrees and let it finish cook there. What I do, I take a piece of aluminum foil and I put right over it, just on the top, not tight, because it's going to start popping and you don't want to smoke up your house like I did earlier, trying to fix those crab cakes for Adami TV, okay? All right, so I guess we're really set, and I'll see you in a few minutes so you can see what this looks like, all right? And here's a little sip. That is so good. Okay, don't forget, watch for Adami TV, African American short films. The show will be part of the subscription services, and also when they start their new season in January, you'll be able to see and get the recipe for the crab cakes, which was passed down to me from Food Network Chop winner Claude Lewis. Okay, he gave me the recipe, and it's to die for. I'm telling you. All right, until later on, enjoy and stay safe.
Usually one would have to travel far to get that unique West Indian flavor, but those who know go to Freetown Road Project along Newark Avenue in Jersey City. The man at the helm of the authentic Antiguan-inspired restaurant is Chef Claude Lewis. If you're a Food Network fan, that name should sound familiar.
I'm coming in hot.
Lewis, a Jersey City native, is the reigning champ of the popular cooking competition show Chopped. That expertise, which won him bragging rights, is now on full display at his restaurant in his hometown.
Made food that made me feel comfortable, which led to me being able to win. And I think that me representing my culture and heritage has helped my family and myself get a lot closer and become more of a team.
That team is pushing a message of community at a time when it's needed most. Freetown Road simultaneously functions as a restaurant and soup kitchen, providing a lifeline to the needy. Juggling the two services has had its obstacles, especially during the pandemic, but their mission keeps the team motivated.
To give to people who don't have, it gives publicity to the restaurant. That's the payment that we get back.
The restaurant is now open for indoor and outdoor dining, installing curtain dividers and keeping tables at a distance to keep customers safe. And if it's the West Indies you're craving, they have you covered.
What we have here are our saltfish codfish fritters. These are made with fresh codfish, breadcrumbs, and some eggs fried up to give a Caribbean flavor. Here we have our signature oxtails, braised for over 3.5 hours with rice and peas. And over here we have our stewed red snapper over white rice with deep fish broth.
Freetown Road Project here in Jersey City is open Tuesday through Saturday for takeout, delivery, and indoor and outdoor dining. For more information on this business and others now open, head over to our website, pix11.com/open. In Jersey City, I'm Andrew Ramos, Pix 11 News.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to In the Kitchen. This segment is called Spotlight. We have conversations with different people in the community, people who own businesses, people who have something to say that you might be interested in. And today I am speaking with, I'm pretty sure you've heard of the show. It's called Chop, and it is Chef Claude Lewis. He won Chop for March 12th, 2019, and he won lots of money. He has his own restaurant. It's called Freetown Road Project. It's located in Jersey City, Journal Square, and that area is considered Five Corners. Chef Lewis, welcome, and thank you for taking time out of your kitchen to come and talk to me for a little while. I'm sure that that's needed, just to get away, right?
Right. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, it's good to get away. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So give us a little information about your background.
Well, I'm Jersey City born, and my parents are both from Antigua and Barbuda. One is from a different village, Old Road, and one is from Freetown Road.
Oh, that's where the name came from.
Yes.
I really didn't know that. I thought it was just something that, you created. That's wonderful. Tell us, how did you manage to get on Chop? There must be thousands of people who want to go on Chop, like me, but I'm afraid because they're going to go Chop. I said,
Well,
not me. No. My friends will be, Rene, what happened to you? They chopped me. Tell us about that.
it's much harder. It's much harder than it seems. It was a great experience. To get on the show, I had to go through a whole bunch of rounds of interviews, um, which spanned somewhere around 2 years. And then after the 2 years, I had to wait like another maybe 6 months to hear a phone call in order to film. Uh, so,
Oh,
so you got to keep a secret for a very long time.
I know, and that's kind of hard, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's hard, but sometimes, when you know the outcome, you kind of could hold on to it for because it's there and what's going to happen when it comes out to the light. So
Yeah.
it was really worth holding on to it because then you could prepare for the impact.
Yeah, and your family, they knew, but your friends, because you tell one person and then they tell the next and they tell the next, and then before you know it, you're on Chop the following week. They just
Exactly.
spread the
Exactly.
word. Oh, Claude Lewis, Chef Claude's going to be on Chop next week. What time? The regular time. And then they see you. We was looking for you. I didn't say I was going to be on. Wow, so
Hmm.
that was really an experience. Um, Tell us a little bit about how the audition was, because I know people are wondering, and they probably think, and I have also thought that it was you just make a dish and that's it. Is that true?
Well, for the audition, really everything was sent in so that they can see in the description, and they focus a lot on your story so that they can make a certain episode for you. But when you get there, it's directly to cooking. I mean, it's a 14-hour day. You start really early in the morning. They film it in one day from 5 a.m. You meet, and you don't know where you're going, and then all of a sudden you get into this building that says Food Network Studios,
Uh huh.
and then you right to it. They give you your jacket. You're going down the hall, and immediately you're just being prepped, and they show you the kitchen.
Yeah.
They show you ingredients. They tell you how to use certain machinery if you have any questions, and then you go and wait in the room. The judges come, and then it's showtime.
Oh boy, I would be like this. Okay, I know I'm out of here. I'm leaving. Thanks for having me. With all of that, by you winning Chop, did that allow you to open up your restaurant?
Yes, with that money, I was able to open up the restaurant and also pay a little bit of money off for my wedding, which I was married just the year, just before that. Yes, it helped me a lot, as well as a lot of help from my family and friends
Uh huh.
and the community.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a lot of love given out after the show, and it really helped us get a good base in Jersey City.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you opened up. How long has it Freetown Road project been open?
Well, we opened January 2nd. We're coming up on our anniversary, actually, through a COVID state, which is a blessing. So many blessings, and we've been really just trying to pivot with no experience from the previous year
Yeah.
for this 12 months, and like I said, it's more of the community and friends and family that have really helped us stay afloat.
And with that said, COVID stepped in. Um, how did you prepare yourself in the very beginning? When, excuse me, when you first heard about it, what did you think? How did you prepare yourself?
Well, I thought to myself, I knew we'd have to get a good plan for takeout and delivery because, inside dining started to really just, disappear. And so, we signed up with Grubhub and Uber Eats, and, those prices were high. However, most people order from those anyway. So it's
Yeah.
still, we were still able to not only get our name out because as a starting business, no one knows who you are, at least for the first year.
Yeah.
So
True.
this was a year of us trying to market and do some things. So takeout and delivery, Grubhub and Uber Eats helped us kind of navigate through that.
Now, did like other businesses, you are a small restaurant. Did you get any support from I should say, the government or Jersey City? Did they say, okay, this is for you to help you stay afloat?
Well, we didn't receive any aid from I guess you could say, the state level and above. We didn't qualify for anything since we had just opened this year and didn't have a year of taxes to present. Um,
Oh,
yeah, I suppose it's because, without a history of making money, they can't see if you could pay it back or not. But luckily, we did get some support from the city of Jersey City, because of course that's their choice to help the small businesses in their city,
mm-hmm,
and so we got some support from them, which I think during a rough time helped us get through a latter part of the year,
mm-hmm.
to get us to this point. Um, but anything is a blessing.
So the money that came in, that was able to enough for you to pay staff and rent, and I'm sure that gas bill is like all the way up there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it was enough to try to catch up a little bit. It
yeah. Now the funding that they give, is that a one-time thing, or do they look at your revenue and say, okay, we see that you can use a couple of more dollars?
No, it was a one-time thing.
It's a
Uh,
one-time thing. Okay.
one-time thing. And it doesn't have to be used for a certain purpose, like the PPP and things like that.
I
Uh,
see.
but yeah, it was a one-time grant that Jersey
Hmm.
City had awarded to I think over 300 businesses.
And I noticed, I saw on social media that you was helping the community. Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yes, 2 times, 3 times a week, we give food back to RLC, which is a food rescue. Any leftover food and waste, from kitchens is still edible. So they're able to come and pick up that and leftover, um, uh, donations from my sister's company, nonprofit company called Salt Foundation, which she's
Hmm.
been doing a lot of work throughout the pandemic, tirelessly working
Hmm.
to make sure people can get food, and it's fresh food, working with Trader Joe's and Wegmans.
Now, the food that you give out, is that coming from, say, some support system, or is that coming out of your pocket?
One facet of the food is coming from the nonprofit that my sister runs, Salt.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
And because she has so much food and she doesn't have a base of operations here in Jersey City, so the restaurant doubles as a food pantry in order for her to have a base to have food in Jersey City and to work out of, to support Jersey City in any way she
Ah,
can. And then the RLC, which is the food rescue, they that is food from our menu that is left over, because as you know, if you heat food and then you can save it, there's a shelf life. So before that shelf life's over, you want to either use it or get rid of it. So what we do is,
yes.
before it even gets to the point where it's not usable anymore, we heat it, we cook it, and we serve it, so that the less fortunate can get quality food that would normally go in the garbage.
Hmm. Now the people that you serve, are they from the General Square area? Do they know? Well, you did say you serve every Tuesday.
Actually, every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, RLC comes and picks up food, maybe cases of eggs, or things, cookies and cakes and stuff like that for children. But as well as they get some curry chicken and rice and beans that at the end of the night that are held in the warmers that we're not going to throw in the fridge. We're just going to give the rest of it up, because Freetown Road, we excuse me, we like to make our food every 2 days to 3 days to keep it very fresh, because that's part of our brand.
Oh, you make it. You have enough for the following day. Is that it?
Yeah, sometimes we'll have enough to open up the next day, but our food, our shelf life, what we do is we cut a day out of the shelf life, which would normally be in culinary standards. And that'll allow us to keep a higher level standard of quality food.
Oh, I see. So before we wrap this up, I really appreciate again for you taking some time to talk with me this morning. Of course, I had to get up early, and I don't get up early. I had to I had to make you smile. You know me. I'm always hey, Rene, what's wrong? Nothing. Yeah.
So
So, what does your future look like with the restaurant? And are you going to write a cookbook?
the future of the restaurant, I'm hoping that after the new year, things start to get better in the public health. We don't know what's going to happen, but we're looking to expand the menu a little bit to elevate food, to kind of make some comfortable items, some pasta items, some raviolis. We're going to do some really cool
Oh,
things
that
coming
should
up,
be good.
as well as I plan on getting some merch, hoodies, t-shirts, and jackets. We have quite a bit of things planned. I have a new logo coming out for our anniversary,
Okay.
January 2nd, which will
Now,
be holding.
does changing the logo, and I thought about that also initially when I started doing my show. I had one logo, and then I said, "Well, I need to change this logo." Does that have you? Do you think has some effect because people are so used to one logo, and then it changes?
I think that change shows growth.
Hmm.
And so, people change their logo for certain reasons. Maybe they
Hmm.
feel that they've outgrown it, or maybe they
Okay,
feel that they've turned in a different direction. The way that I feel is it's a rebirth, because we opened and, in a disaster state, and now we're coming down to where, yes, it's still here, but it's the new norm. So
I
because of
see.
that, we have evolved to something else than what the brand was originally supposed to be.
I
Uh,
see.
so it's going to be like we want to start off the year now that we're going to be a year in to being open. Now we're really going to do it.
Yeah. Now, is there anything that I missed that you would like to, let us know about? Do you have
Uh,
something that you would like to share?
well, I would just like to say that I appreciate everyone that has supported and come out to help our brand and myself and my family. I appreciate you, Chef, for having me on and always being such a support and inspiration
Thank
since
you.
since before the kitchen even was built. Uh,
That's right. I came up that day and the tables were not even put together, and I walked around and I looked around and I said, "Here's something in a baby being born."
Right, right.
Yes,
So
yes.
now a year later, we are still friends. I'm here, on your show, and we're talking about the future of what I wasn't even sure was going to happen. So it's such a blessing. I really want to thank you for the opportunity and for sticking with me, and
Oh, sure.
everyone else. That's really what I just like to always say thank you.
Yeah, well, sure. Anytime I'm going to do my best to stop by. I am so busy. But
Good.
I guess it's a good thing because I'm not sitting around twiddling my thumb saying, "Oh, what am I going to do today? What do we do?" It's like before I would wake up early, get out to bed maybe around 2 o'clock, and then start my day. Now I have to get up at 9 and start because there's so much going on, you know.
Right.
But I really, really want to thank you so much, Chef Claude, for taking this time, and I'm sure everyone is going to enjoy hearing about this. Are you going to attempt to go into any more competitions? Good question.
I put in, I let them know I'm available. There are a couple competitions I've signed up for. I'm sure things have slowed down. When I
Oh yeah,
signed up for Chopped, it took 2 years for me to get on.
yeah.
So, So, it's that waiting game. I'm sure there's so many applications they got to go through.
Yeah.
But to answer your question from before, yes, I am working on a cookbook, and I'm also working on a show that I may try to do on YouTube.
Oh, that
So
should be wonderful. Yeah.
those things will be coming out, but gotta plan them.
Yeah. And let me tell you, it's a lot of work.
Yes,
I'm
a whole
lucky.
lot.
I'm lucky I got Lotto to do the videography for me and the editing. And it takes, the show is 1 hour and it can take 3 hours because the
Easily.
time to set up, to do it, to break down and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good. It's really good, and I enjoy it. And I would like to let everybody know that Chef Claude and we are alumni from Hudson County Community College of Culinary Arts. We both graduated from there. I didn't know you during the time I was there because you graduated before me. I graduated in 17. When did you graduate?
Oh, I graduated. I think it was '09. It
Oh,
was,
so you saw the building when it was being built, huh?
yeah, when they were like really everything was brand spanking new. It was just finished. Like I think I was one of the first couple of classes to use some of the equipment, like those double.
Wow. Well, I remember when I went, I think they had the day that everybody get together, and if you want to go to the culinary school, um, you get a tour. And I remember going in one of the kitchens, and the ceiling wasn't complete yet.
Hmm.
And that was in 2016 or something like that,
Hmm.
2015. I said, wow. I said, this is amazing. And I know you probably had the same feeling because when you walked in the kitchen with your knives and you had on your chef outfit, it wasn't a great feeling.
Yeah, those jackets had my name on it and everything.
Yes.
And then we had to wear the really tall toques. I was like, this is official. You
Yes.
know,
And got the knives in our hand. We are chefs.
it was really
It was
cool.
great.
And
Yeah.
it really, that is amazing school. Amazing
Yes,
school.
it is. It
It's
is.
like a hidden gem.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Chef Claude. Really, thank you for taking the time. I know you got to go and get ready for service today, and you have a blessed one. I met your parents and tell them that I said hi.
I will. Thank you so much for having me, Chef.
Okay, and you have a wonderful day and continue to stay safe.
Thank you. You
Okay,
too.
until next time.
I'm back. Wasn't that really nice of Chef Claude Lewis, who won CHOP in 2019, May of 2019? He won, and he opened this restaurant called Freetown Road Project here in Jersey City. And I really appreciate him taking the time to do this Zoom because he is very busy. But don't worry, he is going to come back again and he is going to cook. Now, if COVID is finished, and I hope it is, then what we're going to do, if not, I'm going to turn on Zoom and we're going to zoom into his restaurant and we're going to watch him cook some fabulous food, fabulous food. I believe his family is from Antigua. Actually, he gave me his crab cake recipe and I've made it 2 to 3 times. And let me tell you, it is the best, as my best friend Deborah says, the best. Actually, I used this recipe on Badami TV channel, which is coming up pretty soon. You'll be able to see me on there, as well as my my shows under their subscription services. Okay, remember that name, Badami TV channel, coming soon. Okay, so in the meantime, what do we have here? It looks like I have a chicken. Yes, I have a chicken. What I did, and I didn't want to take away from Chef Claude's time, so I already prepared the chicken. What I did was, if you see here, look at that, really nice, really, really nice. What I did, I just cut it in half, spread it out. You know what I'm saying? Spread it out. You can call it butterflied or whatever you want to call it. It's spatchcock. I opened it up. I'm going to season in today. 1/2 is going to be with
the kind. And this barbecue sauce is a hot, spicy barbecue sauce. Also, the other half is for Mr. Lotto. He is going to have R.L. Schreiber's, and this is Chipotle Mountain Rub. That's going to go on half of him. Mine is here, and we are going to throw down big time. Now, first thing I want to do, I need to dry this off. And of course, I forgot something, as usual. You know me. 2 things. Okay, let me clean my hands a little bit. First thing I want to do is dry the chicken off. It was a little wet after I cleaned it. Dry this off a little bit. Okay, I could use that again. So what I did, I cut out the back bone of the chicken. As you can see here, I just cut this out on both sides and split the whole chicken. Now that takes a little time. So on another show, I'm going to show you how to take a whole chicken and cut it up into 10 pieces. Yes, you can cut a chicken up into 10 pieces. It's fabulous. It's a great way to cut up your chicken, and it's easier to fry. Did you realize that if you buy chicken in a store and it's already cut up, some of you already know, it costs more. Yes, because they took the time to cut it up. But once you learn how to cut up your chicken, you're not going to spend a lot of money. Get a whole one, it's going to be cheaper, okay? What am I missing, folks? You know, the wine. Domaine del Riviere. This is Marla. Oh my goodness. Sonoma County. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Marla. You are the best. Marla and her company has been with us since day one, which we started, I think, in January of this year. Yes, she has been with us all of this time, and she is sensational. She provides all the wine for me. Oh yeah, you know when I have my wine, I'm ready. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is put a little salt. Now, I want you to take it easy and watch your sodium intake. Okay, you don't want so much salt, because then when you cook and you eat it, you don't want to taste salt. I have 2 different types of salt. I have the coarse salt, and I have the table salt, if you want to call it that, okay? This one is the iodine salt. This is the coarse. So what I'm going to do, just going to sprinkle a little of the coarse, because you know, as I know, this coarse salt, if you use too much, that's it. You can practically ruin your dish, okay? So here we go. I'm just gonna stick, just a little underneath that skin for that piece, because I'm not big on salt. Okay, we did this. All right. Now, the next thing I want to do, this side is going to be for the Chipotle rub, which is this right here. Look at that. Woo, be careful. One time I went like this and it got up in my nostrils and I was going, achoo, achoo. And these days, don't sneeze, okay? It's like that movie, Don't Speak, Don't Make a Noise. Remember that movie? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to put a good amount on the Chipotle. Look at the color. Oh, could you imagine when this is in the oven? It is going to be the best. Okay, here we go. Let's rub this in really good. Now, normally, what you can do is season your chicken and put it inside of a plastic bag and let it stay like overnight and let that seasoning get in. All right, look at this. You want that all underneath the wing. And thank you, R.L. Schreiber, for all the seasonings that you send us here, and we truly, truly appreciate it. Really, it's really a blessing to have
to met you. And his seasoning I was using when I was in culinary school. And then when I found him on the outside, and I says, oh, let me get some of this seasoning. So I contacted him, and then I realized at the end, I said, wait a minute, this seasoning looked familiar. Guess what? We were using it in school. I said, oh yeah, I got the same seasoning. It is so good. I remember using the base when we was making soups, because he has turkey, he has vegetable, he has chicken, all these bases to start your soup, etc. Okay, look at this. I'm giving this a good coating. Oh yeah. Look at that. This is going to hit. There's the tenderloin, but we're not going to throw the tenderloin away. We're going to let the tenderloin cook along with it. So what I'm going to do, let me get a little bit more. What I'm going to do, I'll put that on second. I'm going to, instead of baking the chicken on the skin side up, where the breast is, which cooks fast, I'm going to turn it over and cook on the opposite side. When it's halfway done, I will pull the chicken out and turn it on the other side, because you know that breast is going to cook in no time. And remember, we want it to get up to how many degrees? 165. Okay, look at that. That is what I call well seasoned. Okay, now we're ready for this half. Oh, let's get that tenderloin right in there. I'm gonna pull it over so you'll be able to see. All right, now we're ready for our next piece. Oh, I think I need some more gloves, or do I? No, it's okay. It's all going down the same way. It's no cross-contamination whatsoever, okay? So here we go. This, I'm going to season it with a little salt and pepper. There we go. Now that other piece over there, that chipotle is hot, sort of, you know? And this is some pepper. Let me get some in here. Oh my good, nice and spicy. There we go. Let's, oh, I already put some salt there. I don't want too much. All right, so let's move this out the way. And I have the barbecue sauce. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some barbecue sauce on it. Not a lot, because I wanted to bake into it. I'm just going to put a coating, and then later on, when I check it to turn it, before I turn it, I'm gonna add some more barbecue sauce. I'm gonna keep brushing the barbecue sauce on it as I cook. And if you notice, I'm sure you notice, you get that, you smell it in your house. You say, somebody's making some barbecue sauce, or cooking with barbecue. I'm thinking that I made some barbecue sauce. Okay, so here we go. I can just brush this on. Look at this. Let's get underneath the wing. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Oh, stop. No, you're tickling me. I'm just having fun, folks. This is all good. Yeah. Okay. That's enough for that side. Put this down. And let me try and get myself organized. You know, some of you have those big kitchens where you can just move from one side and move to the other and move to the. I can't. I'm stuck right here, but you know it works out. Okay, so I did one side. I'm gonna turn this over. Oh yeah, add a little salt here, just a little for me. This half is for me, and some pepper. Oh yeah. Here we go. Oh, I feel it. I smell it. Am I gonna sneeze? No. Oh my goodness, y'all say Rene is at it again. So here we go. I'm just gonna give this a nice little brushing
as such. You notice I always use that word, as such. Okay. Whatever, Rene. Okay. Here we go. Now, that the skin is turned down to the bottom, and we're going to do the same with this piece. Oh, yes. And look at this board. It's just full of barbecue sauce. Okay. All right, so let me get these gloves off. Woo! That was a lot of work. No, it wasn't. I enjoyed that. Okay, I'm gonna take this, move this board out of the way. Ta-da! Okay, let's bring our chicken up. Ooh, look at that. That looks really good. Could you imagine what it's gonna smell like when they're both cooking together? This is chipotle, it's gonna be on this side, and the barbecue half is on this side, and then they're gonna start fighting, and then they're gonna say, I'm better than yours, mine gonna taste better. They're all gonna be the same. I could have taken this and put them on 2 different pans, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's still all cooking the same. And then plus I have them on the same rack. All right, so let's have another sip of wine. So good. Well, I'm getting ready to put this inside the oven. I'm going to cook it real slowly at 325 degrees, and let it cook real slowly so all the flavors will, absorb into the chicken. And then coming up on some of our future episodes, we have some guest chefs and also some home cooks coming on the show. Yes, that is part of a new, I should say, a segment for the show. I spent a lot of time in front of the camera, and now it's time for me to give back to those who would like to show off their talent. And I've contacted, I think I'm booked up until the middle of January. The word went out, and one person told the other, another person told the other person, and they're coming on. Unfortunately, we have to do this by Zoom, but it's good, it's good. Some will talk, some we're gonna Zoom into their kitchen. I'm gonna talk to them, and you can watch and listen while they cook. This is like partly, I would say, live. I would say partly live, but let me tell you, you are going to enjoy this. It is really, really, really nice. In the meantime, bake. Let me heat up my oven. And also later on, I'm going to be cooking what? Purple sweet potatoes. That's right. Look at this. This is Frida Stokes purple sweet potato. Let me tell you, I've had these before. These are so freaking good. You do not wash them good, wash the skin real good. You do not need butter on it. It is superb. Wait until you try these purple sweet potatoes. Thanks, Lori at Stop and Shop. I went in last week and she said, Rene, guess what they have? I said, what? She said, purple sweet potatoes. I said, where? She said, it's over there on the other side of the store. I headed over there and I grabbed myself 1, 2. Look at this one. This is a funny shaped one. I got 3. No, I got 4 of them. Yeah. Is this? No, this is regular. So I got 4 of them, and I said, Lori, thank you. I'm gonna give you a shout out on the show. Thanks, Lori. Tell your mother that I said hi, and your father, the whole family. But in the meantime, it is just about that time for me to get these chickens in the oven. I think I'm missing a little spot here. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I'm throwing down on this tonight with the purple sweet potatoes, and maybe I make some quinoa mixed with basmati rice, a half a cup of each, put it in, a little onion in the beginning. Let me tell you,
the greatest combination, the greatest. But earlier in the show, I did the chicken, I rolled it and I tied it. Really, really good. Okay, folks, well, that's it for now. Here's to you. And until the next time, please continue to stay safe. Thank you, Chef Claude Lewis. And thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
I'm a mother of 4. It's really busy and time is tight. I was able to return to college because of the Community College Opportunity Grant, a free tuition grant. Hudson County Community College changed my life.
The college community made me feel like a person, not just a number. The Community College Opportunity Grant covers additional costs while keeping me debt-free. I'm building a new future at Hudson County Community College.
As cool temperatures are upon us, the first thing I think of is soup season and one-pot meal. R.L. Schreiber products are the perfect way to start your home-style recipes this season. With such a wide selection of concentrated stocks, chili peppers, and flavor-based products, let R.L. Schreiber be the beginning of your end result.